Do you think the ship has kind of sailed in terms of a Modern Family spinoff, or still potential?
I don't think it's potential anymore.
Why not?
Well, they had their chance. Chris Lloyd and a couple of the writers wrote a really great script that spun Jesse and I off in Our Life in Missouri. And they said no. They just said, we don't want to do it. And I think it hurt Jesse and I's feelings. I think it hurt Chris Lloyd's feelings. I mean,
How did it get to you?
well, because I love my character. I love the show. I love Jesse. We had a great working relationship. We had amazing chemistry that just came from, we didn't know each other, and we built these characters that Steve and Chris wrote and our writing staff cultivated. And I guess because we weren't maybe done, like I would have kept going. I think everyone would have kept going a year away from being done with the show. Like you give everybody a year's time to be like, do you want to go back? Everybody says yes. Mm-hmm. And maybe even ABC at the time would have been like, yeah, come back, because the world shut down and everything was different and this and that. But, I think Jesse and I maybe felt like they thought of us as the old guys or something like that didn't seem worthy of keeping that, those characters going. It just felt a little hurtful, but people make business decisions. If ABC would have said, let's do it, I think we'd be on right now. I do.
But that's not to say it can't then.
I don't know. I think, I don't know how it works anymore. I really don't, because it's been so long. Maybe not. I mean, I wish we would do like a Christmas special or something like that. And there's been talk of that. Like a couple writers have had that idea of like doing sort of like British sort of versions of Christmas specials.
Where do your desires lie in terms of, professional work moving forward?
I'm in the process of pitching a show right now, and hopefully there'll be some good news with that soon.
You're super excited.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a group of people working with, Peyton Manning, Omaha Productions, Eric Tannenbaum, great producer. They came to me with a couple ideas, and I picked one. It's a little bit of a love letter to my dad and to father and son relationships. Finding the relationship at the end of, sort of the end of your dad's life that you never knew you were gonna have. Funny comedy, something we all relate to. But I have a desire to work. I mean, I want to work. I love this being my home base, and I think it's pretty cool that I've retethered myself to where I started. I went and did this whole career, 20 plus years, and found my success. And because of Lindsay and because of the pandemic and because of my dad's health, I found my way back to where it all started.
Well, and to your credit, that was something that at least you had a little bit of interest in back in the day in terms of eventually ending back here. And it has to feel like super satisfying and rewarding to have earned the ability to make that happen.
Yes, it does. And my dad so quietly one day said perfectly, we're sitting in the living room, and he said, well, Eric, I sure never thought you'd come back home. And it's such a simple sentence, and it's really stuck with me because I didn't either. Like, I had no plans of living in Kansas City, A few things happened to start that effect, and that all brought me here, and it's perfect.